What should I ask my attorney during the initial consultation? Your initial consultation is a way for you to get a little bit of information about the attorney, the firm, the scope of representation. And again, this video is for Florida divorce and family law related matters. So I'm a divorce lawyer in Florida. We do divorce and family law, William S. Foley, PA. And this is information relating to what you should be asking of that attorney during it. The way our consultations are set up is we tell you a little bit about our firm, how our office is set up, how we approach cases, where we practice, what types of law that we practice. The second portion of the consultation is information about your case. So usually we've done some intake first before you're speaking with an attorney or one of the attorneys in my office, and they've taken down some basic information, so we're able to look at that, and then we augment that with the information that you provide during the consultation. So we're getting that information to get a little bit of a view of the picture, and then we try to start formulating a strategy and a goal and a plan of action. So that plan of action leads us to the third phase of it, is the retainer portion of it. So basically, how much is it going to cost to retain us as counsel? And we do retainers where you pay an amount and it goes into our trust account and it's billed against. We also do fixed fees, different types of litigation, but that's a separate type of consultation. It's more in depth, but for purposes of this video, we're just saying a basic consultation. So what should you be looking for? You should be looking for a little bit of information about the firm. You should be making sure that your firm that you're interviewing, and they're interviewing you, it's got to be a good fit. So you're going to be working together, could be for a month or two, could be for 2-3 years. You want to make sure there's a good fit between the attorney and the client. And you also want to make sure that they understand what you're looking for. If you're coming in for a divorce and they only practice foreclosure defense, that's up to you, your decision. But again, you're interviewing to make sure there's a good fit, that they can represent you and they can advocate for you and help you through this process to get to your goal. So that's why during that second phase of our consultation, we're looking to set up a strategy, looking to set up a plan of action. What are the next steps? Because no two cases are the same. So every case is different. You got two different people, different set of circumstances. So we have to tailor each of these to try to then get to the third step of basically saying, this is how much it's going to cost to retain our services for us to become involved in your case. So you want to make sure, again, that you get a little bit of information about the firm, get a little bit of information about the attorney or the attorneys that are going to be working on your case. Make sure that your attorney that you're speaking with gets information about your case and understands what your objectives are, so if you're looking for fancy plaques on the wall or big awards or expensive artwork, that's fine. There's a lot of attorneys out there that have all of those things, and that's one thing that can be looked for. But again, you want to make sure that the connection and the relationship that you have with it, and that you can communicate with them, they can communicate with you, and that they understand what you're looking for and what your goals are, and if they can help you get to those goals. So again, there's no guarantees on that, but it's basically, you want to make sure that everything is aligned, and that's an important part. And then you want to understand, what are the fees associated with doing that? So what is their process for retaining? What are the next steps? And I'm speaking solely from our firm, is just for this informational video. Again, we send out a retainer agreement. After that's signed and basically the retainer is paid, then the client is a new client. They receive some new client homework to work on, and then we go forward with the process, whether it's uncontested and sending out a settlement agreement, or if we're going to just file, or if it's a different type of case like a domestic violence injunction or child support related, or if we're being retained later on in the process and there's a hearing coming up, or mediation or trial. We're trying to determine what are those next steps. And within our firm, we set up the different processes and tasks and things that are related to what the next steps are that we need to move forward. So those are the things that you need to look at when you're interviewing different firms. And I highly suggest, interviewing, a number of different people, so that way you can get, some information. Obviously, we have other videos that, how do you find, you can look online, you can get referrals, you can, if there's billboards or ads or whatever, however you want to find them, and again, a lot of ours come through either referrals, some through the internet, watching these types of videos, or, reading some of our information on our website. So again, you want to, when you've found that attorney and you've interviewed them, you want to make sure that your goals are clearly stated to them, and that they understand what your goals are, and that you figure out what your plan of action moving forward is.